All right, let's dive right into this explainer. We're looking at a massive, literally multi-million-dollar problem that is sitting on almost every corporate balance sheet right now. Companies pour absolute fortunes into employee benefits every single year. But for the everyday employee, that investment is practically invisible. It's totally buried in confusion. So today we're going to explore how we can finally bridge that gap between what companies are spending on healthcare and what their people actually understand.
And that brings us to Benefits Interactive. This is an ultra-realistic, high-tech platform built from the ground up to completely rewrite how workforces understand their health coverage. Think of it as a definitive intelligence layer. It's a dedicated year-round translation engine that takes all that dense, jargon-packed insurance text and, actually turns it into plain, actionable language for everybody involved.
Just think about the staggering contrast for a second. Employers are spending millions of dollars on premium care. And what do employees get? They get handed these impenetrable 50-page PDFs, summary plan descriptions that are just completely choked with strict legal terminology. Faced with that kind of wall of jargon, employees usually just scan for the premium cost and guess. We are literally forcing them to make life-altering medical and financial decisions completely in the dark.
So here is our agenda for this explainer. 1. The benefits literacy gap. 2. The employee experience story. 3. The HR resources story. 4. The broker cockpit story. 5. Worksite carriers strategic alignment. And 6. Connect with Benefits Interactive today.
All right, Section 1. The benefits literacy gap.
So we need to understand exactly where Benefits Interactive sits to actually bridge this gap. It operates within what we call a strict education-only boundary. That means it handles absolutely zero benefit elections, zero eligibility feeds, and zero carrier transactions. It sits safely right before enrollment, and it's mathematically restricted to your existing company documents. That's absolutely crucial because it prevents any sort of AI hallucinations. It is strictly a primer. It preps your workforce so they can confidently log into the enrollment software you're already paying for and actually know what they're doing, all without the employer taking on the massive liability of giving individualized medical advice.
Moving on to Section 2, the employee experience story. Picture this, the sheer anxiety of sitting in a doctor's waiting room, frantically scrolling through a dense, unsearchable PDF on your phone, just trying to figure out if getting an MRI is going to completely drain your savings. Now compare that feeling to the confidence of just pulling up a clean, bite-sized, plain language AI learning path. Instead of dreading open enrollment, employees actually get a reliable, year-round GPS for their healthcare decisions.
Let's take a look at the tools inside this employee GPS. They get on-demand support through the Bini AI chat, and again, this is grounded strictly in their actual plan documents, so it gives exact plan-specific answers, not just generic stuff pulled from the web. They get these great little bite-sized video and audio explainers. They can even run pre-planned simulators to mathematically model out, say, a PPO versus a high-deductible health plan to see the real-world out-of-pocket costs. Plus, there's this really cool hidden paycheck tool that visualizes the total rewards the employer is subsidizing. By engaging with this toolkit, an anxious participant instantly transforms into a confident, informed consumer without ever having to leave the platform.
Okay, Section 3, the HR resources story.
Now for the HR folks out there, there is no painful software migration here. Actually, it's virtually effortless because it works right on top of the infrastructure HR is already using. Step 1, you literally just upload your existing plan documents and carrier links. Step 2, the grounded AI ingests and structures that whole chaotic web of PDFs into a safe, easily searchable knowledge base. Step 3, HR tracks engagement using a tool called the Daily Brief. And Step 4, they use those exact insights to proactively adjust their internal corporate communications. This HR operating layer is a real game changer. By automating all those repetitive first-tier questions, it reclaims incredibly high-value labor hours for the team. And that daily brief we just mentioned, it surfaces the exact confusion hotspots across the workforce. Like if 30 people ask about deductible limits on a Tuesday, HR knows exactly what they need to message out on Wednesday. It also gives you time-stamped compliance tracking for ERISA electronic disclosures. But maybe most importantly, HR teams finally get to stop guessing if their emails are even being read. They get hard empirical data to prove the actual ROI of their benefit spend straight to executive leadership.
Let's shift gears to Section 4, the broker cockpit story.
Brokers are under immense pressure right now to show value way beyond just picking out plans. But when a broker brings an enterprise-grade education tool to a client, their whole value proposition fundamentally shifts. They're suddenly generating year-round engagement, drastically improving client retention, and gaining some massive leverage when they're bidding for new business in competitive RFPs. Ultimately, Benefits Interactive acts as a diagnostic cockpit for brokers. It gives them this incredible macro-level visibility across their entire book of business. They can instantly pinpoint communication gaps and spot plan utilization trends. This is a big deal because it scales the broker's strategic expertise without just burning out their internal team. It's also uniquely crucial for stretching tight public sector and municipal budgets, driving better care utilization without having to raise premiums. Simply put, this engine gives brokers a measurable advantage for winning and holding on to business.
All right, Section 5, Worksite Carrier Strategic Alignment.
Timing is everything, right? Just look at the difference here. Normally, a carrier has to wait for an introduction pretty late in the game, post-renewal, where visibility is incredibly low. But when a carrier is integrated directly into the Benefits Interactive platform alongside the broker, they get high early visibility. They aren't sitting around waiting. They are positioned exactly inside the ecosystem where case designs and plan structures are actively being shaped.
For a carrier, this is so much more than just distribution. It's direct operational proximity to the broker's daily workflow. You're getting early, real-time visibility into case designs and employer contributions right as they are being built. You're helping the broker protect their book of business by arming them with top-tier education tools. This completely elevates the carrier from just being another vendor into a deeply embedded strategic distribution partner. The carriers who move early on this integration are absolutely going to define this space because they'll own the position exactly where the broker works.
Finally, Section 6. Connect with Benefits Interactive today. There is massive momentum already building in this market. As the saying goes, if you build it, they will come. Well, they built it, and people are certainly coming. The demand for actual benefits literacy is huge, and you really do not want to be late to this evolution. Whether you're an employer trying to stop wasting money, a broker trying to win that next RFP, or a carrier looking for early case visibility, the time to jump in is right now. So take action today. Reach out directly to Gary Eberlin, the founder of Benefits Interactive. You can email him at gary@benefitsinteractive.app or give him a call at 618-789-9736 to see exactly how this platform can become your definitive intelligence layer. Because think about it, what good is a multi-million-dollar benefit strategy if your people are too confused to even use it? Will you be the one to finally make their benefits make sense? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.